Problem 3-59. We want to find the perimeter of the shape made by all these squares. So we want to find the outside. If we were to travel all the way around the shape, how long that would be. So there's a few different ways you can solve this, but the simplest way I would say is just add up all the lengths of the sides around the outside of this shape. So a few of them are a bit easier to find than others. So let's start writing in the sides that are easy to find. So this shape here is going to be x by y. So we know that this whole side here is going to be of length y, and that these two sides will be length x. And same way on this x squared, all sides will be x. So we know that this length will be x, and this length will be x. But this side, not so clear, and same with this little part here. We know from here to here is x, but not from here to here. And then finally, this last little one is going to be just a single unit cube, so each side will be 1. So this will be length 1, and length 1. So now all we have to do is find what these two lengths are. Because we know that from here to here will be y, and from here to here will be x. So we just need to find this length here. And we can do that by just saying, well, if this is length y, and then we're taking away from that length x, then from here to here, this little part right here, is going to be y minus x. Because it's what's left over once you take x away from the length of y. And so we can do the same thing here, where we know from here to here is x, and from here to here is 1. So this whole length here is going to be x minus 1. So having done that, we now have written the length of each side around this shape. And so to find the perimeter of the shape, we just have to add all these lengths up. So the idea is just starting here and working our way around the shape. So we'll have y plus x plus y minus x. And we're going to add x. We'll add x minus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Add x. And finally add one last x to get back where we started. Now there's quite a few things we can do to simplify this big old long string. So we can find how many x's we have to start off with and combine them all together. So we have 1x, and we're taking away an x, so we now have 0 x's. We're going to add another x, so now we have 1. Have another x, so now we have 2 x's, 3 x's, and 4 x's. So we can combine all the x's to 4x. Now we can do the same thing with y, so we have a y plus another y, so we have 2 y's, and it looks like that's all the y's. So we have plus 2y. Now finally we just need to add up all the 1's. So we have a negative 1 plus 1, so that will be 0, plus 1 is 1, and plus another 1 is 2. So we've simplified the perimeter to be 4x plus 2y plus 2. So we can write that as the perimeter, but we don't just want to find the perimeter. We also want to find it if we know what x and y is. So we found the expression that in general is the perimeter, but now we want to plug in x equals 3. So x equals 3 and y equals 7. So we can do that by replacing all the x's with 3's and all the y's with 7's. That's going to be 4 times 3, we'll put it in parentheses, plus 2 times 7, again in parentheses, plus 2. And that's going to equal 4 times 3, which is 12. 2 times 7 is going to be 14, and plus 2. So now we want to do 12 plus 14, which is 26, plus 2 is going to be 28. So if we know that x is 3 and y is 7, then the perimeter of the shape will be 28.